shift our focus. You'd imagine that every political party is working for the progress of their nation and its people, and therefore, when a politician says that he puts India first, you'd expect such a statement to be welcomed. But it appears that that isn't the case when it comes to the Congress party. Speaking at an event in Kochi, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor reiterated that he puts the nation first, and he revealed how many have been critical of him for supporting the government and the armed forces during Operation Sindoor.
Which is your first loyalty? To my mind, the nation comes first. Parties are a means of making the nation better. So to my mind, whichever party you belong to, the objective of that party is to create a better India in its own way. Now, parties have every right to disagree about the best way of doing that, the best way of making a better India. Following the news, a lot of people have been very critical of me because of the stand I've taken supporting our armed forces and our government and what happened recently in our country and on our borders. But I will stand my ground because I believe this is the right thing for the country. And when I speak of India, I speak for all Indians, not just those who may like my party.
Now, it didn't take long to find out who exactly he was referring to. Just hours later, the State Congress unit made it clear that Shashi Tharoor will be blocked from all party events in Thiruvananthapuram going forward. Senior leader of the Congress party, Muraleedharan, revealed that this would remain the state unit's stand until Shashi Tharoor changes his own stance.
ഞങ്ങൾ കണക്കാക്കുന്നില്ല. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ നടപടി വേണോ വേണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ള ദേശീയ നേതൃത്വം തീരുമാനിക്കട്ടെ. അതേ നിലപാട് തീർത്താടത്തോളം കാലം തിരുവനന്തപുരത്ത് പാർട്ടിയുടെ ഒരു പരിപാടിയിലും അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ ഞങ്ങൾ പങ്കെടുപ്പിക്കില്ല. അദ്ദേഹം ബഹിഷ്കരിക്കുക. അത് ഞങ്ങളുടെ കൂടെ ഇല്ല. പിന്നെ അദ്ദേഹം ബഹിഷ്കരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
Meanwhile, the Congress High Command has refused to come out in support of Tharoor. Instead of condemning the Kerala unit's decision, the party leaders say it is up to Shashi Tharoor whether he wants to join Congress's fight against the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Each Indian National Congress worker, country comes first. Indian National Congress has fought for freedom. We had fought against the Britishers, and we will continue to fight for the people of India. For Indian National Congress worker, nation comes first.
देश तो पहले है, इसमें कौन दूसरी बात है? यही तो कांग्रेस भी हमेशा कहती है, हमेशा देश पहले है. देश तो सबसे पहले है, तो देश सबसे पहले है. इसीलिए तो हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि पूरे वक्त के अंदर हमारे साथ कोई खड़ा नहीं हुआ. अब आपने जो तमाम काम किए उसके अंदर हमारी उपलब्धि है, क्या है उपलब्धि है, बता दीजिए.
देखिए, शशि थरूर का मन बदल चुका है. वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के करीब हैं, उस विचारधारा के करीब हैं, और ऐसे भी वो जमीनी नेता कभी नहीं रहते. लेकिन ये कांग्रेस का अंदरूनी मामला है. कांग्रेस को तय करना है कि शशि थरूर के बारे में उनको क्या कहना है, क्या करना है. समाजवादी पार्टी को कांग्रेस का अंदरूनी मामला है, उस पर कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करनी.
Meanwhile, the BJP says this has yet again exposed the emergency mindset of the Congress party, where the leader has been penalized for putting India first and not the party first or the Gandhis, the so-called first family. The BJP says only those who put the family and the party above the nation will get Congress's endorsement.
This is the true emergency phase of Congress, the intolerance of Congress. Congress party has issued fatwa and penalized Dr. Tharoor for keeping India first, not Parivar first. Unless Dr. Tharoor says that he will put party and Parivar politics and Parivar ka hit above Rashtra hit and does politics on national security and undermines India's position and does not expose Pakistan but in fact sings paeans of Pakistan, unless he undermines Indian armed forces, they will not invite him for the program. So Congress will only invite those people in the program who do politics on national security, who put Pakistan first, who put Parivar first.
Now remember, this is not the first time that Shashi Tharoor's statements have differed from the stand of the Congress party. And is this why the Congress has now said that enough is enough? Let's take you through when and, at what time did Shashi Tharoor actually broke ranks with the Congress party? This is this year, July, when he talked about how India has undergone paradigm shift. This is, of course, during Operation Sindoor. He also said on emergency, he said unspeakable cruelty and that it has been underplayed. This was something that Shashi Tharoor said about the emergency that was imposed back in 1975. On Prime Minister Modi, the Congress leader said Prime Minister Modi is a prime asset for India, and this is something that he has reiterated time and again. On sharing stage with the Prime Minister, he said the focus is on development and not on politics. It is for the benefit of the country, and that's why you have to rise above political party lines. In May 2025, on Operation Sindoor, he countered the Congress, saying that they are casting aspersions on Operation Sindoor and what our armed forces have been able to achieve. He also said that Pakistan DGMO had called for a ceasefire, something that, remember, the Congress party and the opposition parties have been questioning the government on. He also said, in fact, he criticized India's position in February 2022. This is something that Shashi Tharoor said back in March, also saying that 3 years later, we're still wiping the egg off my face, admitting to the fact that he once criticized Prime Minister Modi and his policies, but now he understands why the Prime Minister did what he did and actually accepts it and agrees with it. Also going on to say our Prime Minister can hug both Putin and Zelensky. This is, of course, something that he has said earlier as well, praising how India has been able to successfully walk the diplomatic tightrope as far as the Russia-Ukraine war is concerned. He's also gone on to say this is not the first deportation that is happening. Remember, the Congress and the opposition parties were criticizing the government for something that Donald Trump is doing in his own country. He also praised Dr. S. Jaishankar, the External Affairs Minister of the country, saying, I think he is very good. So time and again, remember, Shashi Tharoor has praised the Prime Minister as well as his ministers. On the Congress's presidential polls, he's contested for Congress President post. We all know that, and this is something that perhaps, also irks the Congress leadership. Right now, I'm joined by G.S. Prashant of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Prashant, your thoughts on how the Congress is reacting, particularly the Kerala unit of the Congress party is reacting to Shashi Tharoor just praising the government and its policies?
See, Congress has a problem when India prospers. More pointedly, if Bharat prospers, Congress has a problem. You point out one inconsistency of Mr. Tharoor's statement. He has spoken about how India has a strategic position in the world now where our Prime Minister is able to command respect of the Western world, and each and every head of state of different countries look up to India now, and India is truly on the verge of becoming a Vishwa Guru, which Congress is unable to digest because none of the Prime Ministers who were from Congress had that stature and reputation on the world stage. Because of that, Congress is now unable to digest the fact that PM Modi's popularity has surpassed India and he is now a universal leader, which is why anybody who speaks and points out that India is growing and India is doing well on the diplomatic relations, Congress has got a problem. And they have a problem with anybody who talks about India doing well, and especially with Narendra Modi ji. So therefore, we cannot expect anything better from Congress, and this is what they've been doing for ages now.
All right, Mr. G.S. Prashant, thanks very much for joining us on Times Now, sharing your thoughts. Viewers, with that, it's time for a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned.